Hear a knock on the door and the night begins. Cause we've done this before, so you come on in. And welcome to my house.
Hi, my name is Katie Ottenbacher. For those that don't know me or the Ottenbacher Bunch, let me give you a little intro of who we are. We roll 6 deep. There is myself, my husband, Josh, and then our 4 children. We have 3 girls and a boy. Our oldest is 11. Her name is Elena. Our second is 8.5. She's Avery. Our third is almost 6. That's our little guy. His name's Graydon, or Gray for short. And then new to our bunch is Ashton, and she's 6 months old. I am a full-time labor and delivery nurse at the local hospital in our area, and I am a busy mom, obviously, to 4 children. My husband works currently part-time with his employer. I'll get to that in a second. And we both are very involved with our kids' extracurricular activities. I typically coach my girls' basketball teams, or at least assist, and my husband is very involved with softball. Yeah, we're busy. So we have built 3 houses since we've been together. Our first one we built when we were pretty young, before we started a family. Welcomed our first 2 into that house, and they were a few years old, and actually our little guy was born while we were still in that house as well. And I didn't like the layout of it. So I got this idea and said to Josh, we should sell and build again. So we did. We sold that house and built Ott's House 2. And we were in that house for about a year. And the property across the street, literally right across the street, became available. And I said to Josh, we should sell this house and do it again. He looked at me like I was fucking nuts. Anyways, so he agreed, and that's what we did. We sold that house within, I want to say, 48 hours of listing it. And then we had to find a rental within like 2 months in northern Michigan during the summer. So because of all that, we moved, I think, 6 times while we were building Ott's House 3. And that is a story in itself. So here we are now in Ott's House 3. This is where I think we're gonna stay. I think, maybe not forever. I really don't know. Forever is a really long time, so we don't really like that word, but we're here for quite a while, at least. However, recently we got the itch to build again, and we don't want to move our kids. My husband works, like I said, part-time with an employer, and due to the pandemic and kids with schooling, we had to kind of decide to cut his hours down to part-time, just because with daycare and the kids, we didn't know what it was gonna look like for the year. So he's been working part-time for since basically last March, and managing kids at home while I work, and then we alternate, and I manage and he works. Well, due to kind of getting the itch of building again, we recently thought, what if you quit your job? What if we start building and doing this for others, and doing projects and full houses and maybe some remodels, whatever kind of work we can find. I mean, the economy is booming around here with building, so we said, why not? I'm the type of person that's very type A, OCD, ducks in a row. So Josh and I sat down and I was like, if we're gonna do this, we should do it the right way. And he agreed. He really wanted to get his builder's license, so we've been working on him doing his courses, and he's going to sit shortly for his licensing and hopefully pass. I would pretty much assume that he will. He's a smart guy, and he's, you know, built several houses, so and that's also what he grew up doing when he was a kid. Like, that was his summer job, was building pole barns. That's kind of how it all started, actually. So he is in the middle of getting his courses done and the exam, and I also said to him, it's really hard to advertise that this is what we're doing when you're still committed to a job. So we again sat down together and decided he needs to quit. Yeah, he needs to quit his job. So tomorrow is his last day of his employment with his current employer. Yeah, I'm shitting my pants just a little bit. Just a little. I don't know that I'd tell him that. I'm sure he knows. I would hope. I think he is too. And who wouldn't be? I mean, we're cutting down to kind of one income, putting all of our chips in a basket and going with it. I think he'll do just fine, actually. He's a really likable guy 95% of the time. A couple of the guys he's worked with could tell you stories that he has his moments, as we all do, but I love him to death. So we he's quitting his job tomorrow, and we're gonna have him sit for his license and start working, and he's gonna be self-employed. We haven't quite figured out all the details yet, so that's the interesting part about it, but it's in the works. People that we know have often said that the Ottenbacher bunch is very transparent, raw, and real, and frankly, we're just batshit crazy. So we've been told a few times, and it's been suggested, you guys should document some of this stuff because you're really funny and other people would laugh too. Maybe some would even be offended. It wouldn't surprise me. So if you're easily offended, just stop watching now. It's not for you. We drop F-bombs in front of our kids and talk about things. We're very open. So yeah, if you're like a Karen out there, just hit that off button and bye. That'd probably be best for you. But seriously, by no means. We're lovers. We make jokes about all different things. We pick on each other. We fight. I mean, we've been married for 13 years, together for, God, like 20. But that hasn't just come easy and on its own. We work really hard for everything we've accomplished in our lives. So this is my attempt to document everything, or at least tidbits of our day, so people can see what it's like. Being that this is very much new adventure to us, I wanted to be able to have some documentation of the successes and failures, because I'm sure there's going to be both. Hopefully more successes than failures. But I know there's going to be failures, so it's fine. I'm totally prepared. Yeah, totally prepared. And shitting my pants still. So, this is the attempt. This is the attempt to have raw footage. This is obviously not edited in any form or fashion. And kind of a sneak peek into our lives while we travel this road. And we figured, hell, if we're traveling it, why not have some company, right? Because at least somebody else might get a laugh off of us, and it might make your day. It might show you that your life's not so bad. And we're just gonna let you travel this journey with us, because it's gonna be one hell of a ride, I'm sure. It is what it is. So yeah, I'm not really sure what else to say, but our neighbors have always called our houses Ott's house. So that's kind of where we're leaning with this. We're gonna build more Ott's houses, probably not for ourselves, and we're gonna see what happens with all of this, and you're gonna be along for the ride. So if there's anything you have questions about and want some info and we can give it to you, I mean, we're open book, seriously, or at least I am. Again, don't ever be offended. My mouth is like diarrhea, just out. And I mean nothing by it. I don't appear sweet, but I am actually a pretty nice person most of the time. Yeah, so welcome to Ott's house. Come on in.